to my channel, and here we are going to solve this problem. So this question was sent to me by someone, and what they asked the person to do with this diagram is to draw the plan and also to draw the auxiliary plan in direction of this ROT. And looking at this figure, this is a truncated cone in which the diameter of the circular base of the cone is 128 millimeters, and the distance from this point here to the base of the cone is 64 millimeters, while the vertical angle here is 60 degree, and this is the direction of the arrow from which the object is being viewed for us to produce the auxiliary plan. Now, what I'm going to do with this problem, because looking at this diameter of the circular base, 128 millimeters is very, very big. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to change the diameter, so I'll make it 80 millimeters, and then this 64 millimeters I will change it to 40 millimeters. So when you have to do your own, I'm talking to the person that sent this question, please, you have to use 128 and you have to use 64 millimeters in case a scale is not given to you and you're asked to draw full size. You have to make use of this 128 and this 164. But for me, I'm going to take diameter as 80 millimeters, and this 64 I will change it to 40 millimeters, but this angle 60 degree remains 60 degree. Now let me explain something about this vertical angle 60 degree that we have here. So if you look at this angle here, if you look at the whole of this shape, it forms a triangle, and since the vertical angle is 60 degree, the angle at this point will be 60 degree and the angle here will be 60 degree, which means the triangle that we have here, in which that is used to form this cone, is an equilateral triangle. That's what I want you to bear in mind. So let's go and do the construction as we are asked to do it. Now, what I'm going to do first is to draw a vertical center line like this. Then I'm going to draw horizontal center line. So I'm going to draw it in this direction. Okay, so we draw the horizontal center line in this direction. Then we are going to take our compass and take a measurement of 40 millimeters. As I said, that the diameter that I'm going to use is 80 millimeters, not 128 as given in the diagram. So I will take a measurement of 40 millimeters on my ruler, so with the compass. Okay, so this is 40 millimeters, so I'll put at this point. Then I will draw a circle, but this circle I'm going to make it faint, so because of some things that we are going to have in this drawing. Okay, then I'm going to divide this circle into 12 equal parts, So I'm going to use my set square to do the division into 12 equal parts. So I'm drawing in this direction. So then I will also draw it. So in this direction, just take your time to do it. Then I will turn it to this side. Then, so I will draw. Okay. So I'll draw like this, and then I will also draw in this direction. Alright, so we have divided the circle into 12 equal parts. I'm going to number the points on the circumference of the circle. So I'm going to call this point, this is 0, so this is 1, so 1, this is 2, this is 3, while this is 4, this is 5. So here we have 6, this is 7, this is 8, okay, then this is 9, we have 10, and this is 11. Okay, so having done this now, so we come up a little bit, then we are going to draw horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line like this. So the next thing I'm going to do is that, but I'm looking at it that we need to extend this vertical center line a bit. So okay, all right, so the next thing I'm going to do now is that I'm going to draw a vertical line from this point 0 on the circle to meet the horizontal line. So I will draw like this. Okay, then I will also draw from this point 6 to meet the horizontal line. So this is it. The next thing I'm going to do is that, so with my compass, I will just take my compass, put at this point and extend it to this point. Let me number this point. This is point 0, so I call it 0 prime, and this is point 6 prime. So from 6 prime to 0 prime, so I just extend it to 0 prime here. Okay, so and I will make an arc here on this line. So this is okay. If I even put it here, I will still get the same thing. So just a repetition. So I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to join this point together. So join this point. This point, I will join it together with point 6 prime, and I will also join it together with point 0 prime. So that gives us an equilateral triangle. So this is an equilateral triangle. So from this equilateral triangle, we are going to bring out the truncated cone. So looking at the shape, the way we are given, so look at what we are given here. So this this thick line on the cone is parallel to this line, and it starts from this center line here on this chop face. So by the time we draw from here, it will touch this base here. So what we need to do now, we need to take a measurement of 40 millimeters first to locate that point up here. So here we have 40 millimeters. So for this point, I'm going to draw a horizontal line. So I'm going to make it a thick line at once. So I will draw this line as a thick line like this. Okay, so having done that, next thing I'm going to do is to take my set square, then I will set it along this line. Let me call this one, let me call it point O here. So this is point O. So I will set my set square along this line O6 prime. So I will set it like this. Then I will shift it. So bring it to this point on the center line. Then I will draw the line. Okay, so drawing this line. So we have the truncated part. We have the truncated cone left here. Okay, so this is it. Alright, so this is what we see in the diagram. So now let's go on and produce the plan. For us to produce the plan, there is something that we need to do, which I'm going to show you here. So let us do what we need to make use of for us to draw the plan. So what we need to do here first is to draw a vertical line from this point. So we draw it from here, and so I need to draw it down because I'm still going to make use of that. So to touch the base, and also from point 2 and 10. So let's draw a line, a vertical line like this. Okay, so then to touch the base. So we have done that of 3 and 9. Then we also have 4, 8. So we draw a vertical line like this to touch this line. Then I will also draw it here, though this may not be needed. So I will also draw this, but okay. Now, this part is cut off. This part is cut off. So since it is cut off, so part of this circle will be cut off. So what I need to do is that this is where this line touch the base. So I will draw a vertical line around here. So let me first of all draw it. So make it faint here. Then I'm going to make it a thick line. So from here to here. So it will be a thick line from here to here. Okay, I want it to be more feasible. Okay, so we have this point here on the circle, and we also have this point here on the circle. So let's leave it like that. Now, so on this on the front elevation, this is the plan, this is the front elevation, but this is not a complete plan. So then for here, so I don't want number, don't let me number it, but we still have this line is for 1 and 11, this line is for 2 and 10, this is for 3 and 9, this is for 4 and 8, and then we just have a point here. So this is for 5 and 7, and this point is for 6. Okay, so then this line 1, 11, I'm going to join it together with the apex of the cone. So I will join like this. Okay, then 2, 10, I will also join it together with the apex of the cone. Then we also have 4, 8, I will join it together with the apex of the cone. So like this. Also 5, 7, I will join together with the apex of the cone, which is not compulsory, but I just want it to be like that. Okay, now let's draw the complete plan. Now, since this part is cut off and this is also cut off, we are going to have a rough surface on this part here. We also have this surface to be rough, so we need to show it here in the plan. We need to show it here in the plan. So how do we show that? So what we need to do is that wherever this is a cutting plane, the cutting plane just go like this. Okay, so the cutting plane touch this line 0 at this point. So we are going to draw a vertical line from point 0. So from that point on 0, on line 0, so we draw a vertical line from here. So we draw a vertical line like this to meet this line 0, this horizontal line 0. So it touches it at this point. So we take note of it. Okay. Then for 1 and 11, so we also draw a vertical line from here to meet line 1. So it touches 1 at this point, and it touches 11 at this point. Okay. Then for 2, 10, so which is this point, so we also draw a vertical line from here. So it touches 2 at this point. Okay, and it touches 10 at this point. Now, how do we locate that of 3 and 9? Because this line is not a slant line, it's a vertical line. So what we just need to do is to take a compass and we take distance from this line. So this line contains 3 and 9. So we just put at this point on the line, then we extend it to this point on this slant side here. Okay, so then we put it at the center here for 9 and 3 and 9. Then we make an arc here. So we make an arc here. So this point here is for 3. This point is for 3, while this point is for 9. Okay, so the next is for 4 and 8, which is this point. So you just come to this point, then draw a vertical line down here. So this is point 8. Okay, and this is point 4. So then all these points, we are going to join them together with the use of French curve. But before that, along this line, this point here, we are going to have a straight line. Along this point, we are going to have a straight line. If you visualize what we see, we are going to have a straight line along this part. So we are going to make this line for 3 and 9. We make it a thick line. It is compulsory you make it a thick line. That is how it's going to look if you have the truncated solid before you. Okay, so you make it a thick line. Very, very important. As we have made it line, I made this line a thick line because we are going to have a straight line along this part. That's why I made it a straight line. So now we use our French curve to join this point together to obtain the curve. So there will be a curve along this part. So we are going to join this point together like this to form a curve. Okay, so we join this together like this. Then for this, so it's going to, so we need to make sure we blend it to have a curve along this part. And then so here So this is how it's going to be. Okay, so also here on this side, so I will also to produce the curve. Then here we okay. Alright, so we have this. So then to show the roughness of this surface, so with our 45 degrees set square, we are going to arch this surface with the 45 degrees set square. So we arch this surface, so produce arching lines. So arching lines are drawn within continuous line and they are equally spaced. So you don't have to measure the distance of the distance between the arching lines. So just use your eyes to take it as I'm doing it here. Okay. So you need to produce these arching lines. So this is what show us that that part is cut off, it is truncated on the cone, and then it looks rough. Okay. Alright, so this is how the plan will look, but I need to make sure I made this part. This part is cut off, so the remaining part we have to make it to look more thicker. So that is what I'm doing here right now. Okay, so we need to make sure we are able to see it clearly. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, I think it is better like this. Alright, so now we are done with the plan. So now let's go and work on the auxiliary plan in direction of ROT as we see in the diagram. Okay, let me break this video down into two. So we have done the plan. So we meet, the next video will be for the construction of the auxiliary plan. Thank you and God bless you.